Oh, it's incredible! It's dealt with. Incredible!
From a 96th minute blunder that turned the player into an unexpected hero to one-in-a-million moments that saw underdogs bask in Premier League glory, we're diving deep into the moments that didn't just make history but became the stories we tell over and over again. Number 1. Ronaldo comeback. In the heart of Manchester, a special story was written on September 11, 2021. Cristiano Ronaldo, the hero of many, came back to his old home, Manchester United, after 12 long years. The fans, over 74,000 of them, filled Old Trafford, their cheers loud and faces bright with joy. The game against Newcastle was more than just football. It was a celebration, a big welcome home party for Ronaldo. And oh, did he celebrate! Ronaldo scored not just once, but twice, making the crowd jump, shout and even tear up a bit. His first goal came just before halftime, a beautiful moment that made the stadium shake with cheers. His second, a powerful strike, showed everyone that Ronaldo, even at 36, still had the magic. The final score was 4-1 to Manchester United, but it was more than just a win. It was a promise of more exciting days, more goals, and more moments that would stick in the heart of fans forever. Number 2. Leicester winning the title. Leicester City knew too well how defeat tasted. After 2002, they tumbled down from the Premier League and cash woes shoved them even deeper into struggle, yet they didn't give up. They battled, and by 2014, their paws were back in the game, only to nearly slip away again in 2015. Then 2016 rolled around, a year that whispered of magic and unspoken dreams for the Foxes. Leicester, once almost kicked out, were now on top, even with odds of 5,000 to 1 stacked against them. The air was thick with hope and the distant roars of fans, all eyes locked onto a distant match between Chelsea and Tottenham at Stamford Bridge. As the match unfolded, every goal, every cheer was felt deeply by the Leicester fans. When the final whistle blew, signaling a 2-2 draw, it wasn't just the end of a game. It was the moment Leicester City, against all odds, were crowned Premier League champions. Tears flowed, cheers erupted, and an entire city celebrated the unbelievable. The underdogs, the team that had many written off, had climbed to the pinnacle of English football. Number 3. Aguero goal. On May 13, 2012, the clock was ticking down, and the atmosphere at the Etihad Stadium was a mixture of tension and impending heartbreak. Manchester City, after waiting for 44 long years, was a breath away from losing the Premier League title. The score was stuck at 2-2 against Queen's Park Rangers. In the stands, faces were pale, hands were clasped together, and silent prayers were whispered. On the field, players, drenched in sweat and desperation, pushed with every ounce of strength left in them. And then, magic happened. The ball rolled to Sergio Aguero. With swift action, he broke through the defenders, and with a strike that seemed to move in slow motion, the ball kissed the net. The stadium exploded in a sea of cheers, tears, and disbelief. 3-2, the title was City's. In that moment, Aguero wasn't just a player, he was a hero, a savior who lifted the spirits of an entire city. His goal was a beacon of joy that broke through years of waiting and wanting.
Back to Balotelli, it runs for Aguero! They did it! City win!
Number 4. The Invincible Season. In the world of football, there's a story that warms every Arsenal fan's heart, the tale of the Invincibles. In the 2003-04 season, a team led by the wise Arsene Wenger set out on a mission not just to win, but to make history. They played 38 matches, won 26, drew 12, and lost none. Thierry Henry, a true goal magician, lit up the league, scoring 30 times, while midfield generals Patrick Vieira and Gilberto Silva controlled games with a mix of grit and grace. Defenders Sol Campbell and Kolo Touré stood like unbreakable walls, stopping rivals in their tracks. But this season was more than just numbers and names. It was a roller coaster of emotions that fans rode together with the team. A gutsy 2-2 draw with rivals Tottenham Hotspur showed a team that simply refused to be beaten, while a thrilling 2-1 win against Leicester City on the last day stamped their name in history. After losing the title to Manchester United the year before, this unbeaten run was more than just a victory, it was redemption.
Position similar to that one, but on this occasion he's looked for Bergkamp, who looks for Vieira!
Number 5. Newcastle comeback. One chilly day in February 2011, something magical happened at St. James Park. Newcastle United, down by 4 goals in the first half against Arsenal, looked beaten. The fans were silent, hopes were fading, and victory seemed to belong to the Gunners, who were brilliant with their attackers. But then, something shifted in the second half. The Magpies, with fire in their bellies, refused to give up. Joey Barton scored from the penalty spot, and Leon Best added another. The score was now 4-2, but time was running out. In a moment that will forever be frozen in time, Cheick Tute, with determination in his eyes, struck the ball perfectly, scoring an unbelievable goal. The stadium exploded in cheers as fans and players alike could hardly believe what they were witnessing. The score was now 4-4. Against all odds, Newcastle had come back. This wasn't just a game, it was a lesson in never giving up, a reminder that miracles can happen when you believe.
It's dealt with. Tiote!
Number 6. Papis Cisse goal. We've all seen those goals that stick with us, right? Like Messi's sublime solo run against Paris Saint-Germain or Ronaldo's towering header against Sampdoria. But no one was ready for what Papis Cisse decided to do on that cool evening at Stamford Bridge. The ball rolled towards him, and in that split second, something incredible happened. Using the side of his right foot, he sent the ball flying in a way we'd never seen before. It danced through the air, curving beautifully and sweetly into the net, leaving Petr Cech and all of us watching breathless. The stadium fell silent for a heartbeat and then erupted. Even Chelsea fans had to clap because this wasn't just a goal, it was a moment of pure magic. A story that we'd tell our kids and grandkids. Cisse didn't just score that day, he gave us a memory that will live in our hearts forever. A moment that reminds us why we love this beautiful game so much.
Only seconds remaining in this half.
Oh, what a goal! Well, that came from absolute...
Number 7. Macheda goal. In 2009, a young boy, Federico Macheda, lived a dream that many can only imagine. Only 17, he stepped onto the famous grass of Old Trafford, wearing the iconic Manchester United shirt. The team was in trouble, tied 2-2 with tough rivals Aston Villa, and the precious title was slipping away. Every fan, every player felt the weight of the moment, the need for a miracle. Then, magic happened. Macheda, with a twirl and a dreamy kick, sent the ball swirling into the net. The stadium erupted in cheers. Fans couldn't believe what they had just seen. A young boy, on his first day, became the hero. The coach, Sir Alex Ferguson, couldn't hide his feelings. His usually serious face broke into a big, proud smile. He was happy and maybe a bit surprised too. Because that goal was more than just a point on the scoreboard. It was hope. It was fairy tale. It was every emotion that makes football beautiful and heartbreaking. Even though Macheda's career had its ups and downs after that day, that one goal will always be remembered.
Great turn by Makeda!
Number 8. Manuel Lanzini goal. On a chilly October day in London, Tottenham was leading 3-0 against West Ham. The Spurs fans were cheering, already tasting victory, but the Hammers, they didn't give up. They pushed, they fought, and slowly, they started to turn things around. 2 late goals, and suddenly, the impossible seemed, maybe, just maybe, possible. Then, up stepped Manuel Lanzini. The clock was ticking down, seconds away from the end. He took a shot from way out, a bold, daring strike. The ball flew, curving through the air, and smashed into the net. Goal! Free to free. The West Ham players exploded with joy. Fans were screaming, tears streaming down their faces. It was more than a goal, it was a miracle in motion. Lanzini, with that one kick, brought the whole stadium from the brink of defeat to the peak of ecstasy. It was a moment of pure magic that fans will remember forever.
Drop Lanzini! Oh, it's incredible!
Number 9. Divock Origi goal. It was a cold night at Anfield and everyone was biting their nails. Liverpool and Everton were stuck in a 0-0 tie and the fans were holding their breath, waiting for a goal. Then, Divock Origi, a player who had seen many ups and downs, stepped into a moment that would change his life. Virgil van Dijk hit the ball, but it didn't look like it was going anywhere special. But then, Jordan Pickford, Everton's goalie, made a mistake. The ball hit the crossbar, and suddenly, it was anyone's game. Origi didn't miss his chance. He headed the ball into the net, and the whole stadium went wild. Fans were hugging, cheering, and some even had tears in their eyes. This wasn't just a goal, it was a miracle in the last moments of the game. And then there was the coach, Jurgen Klopp. He ran across the field and hugged his goalkeeper. His face was bright red, and his smile stretched wide, showing what this goal, this win, meant to him and the whole team.